morning, Danksters. How's everyone doing out there? You know what drives me crazy is when people pick their news stories they want to fucking go off about. Like there's this new the new story about whatever the Pentagon or whatever released included some guy, a reporter, on a text chat or whatever. And I have a buddy who's a hardcore Democrat, and he's going off about it. Oh my God, fire everybody! And you're like, dude, like fucking, it's nothing. No, it's everything. It's our enemies. It's our. And you're like, dude, shut the fuck up. It isn't really anything. Remember when Geraldo fucking gave out all the locations during the Iraq War? Where was your fucking concern then? Oh, well, that isn't a guy that I'm against. And same with the other side too, man. Oh, well, Biden would have been sniffing kids out there, but he's not. So who gives a fuck? Like, it's a news story, guys. It's not outrage. No one's dying. No one's saving puppies out there, man. Selective outrage is what's ruining this world, guys. If you're gonna be outraged about everything. Don't have selective outrage. That's all I'm saying, guys. Don't have selective outrage. If you're gonna be outrageous. Tim W, how's it going? How's it going? Lonnie. Oh, guys, it is Weed Wednesday, and I'm out of Gatorade, so I got to start the morning with the fucking Mountain Dew Baja Blast. That's right. Only one way to start the morning, and that's with a little Toki Wakey Bakey, but also with the Baja Blast. So yeah, that's what I woke up to. Selective outrage, guys. And not even particularly about that story. It's just in general, man. The world today, the way we receive our news and our updates is by far the worst in history, guys. We need to figure this shit out. How can we fucking get back to square one? How can we be back to who was the guy? The news guy, the main dude. What was his name back in the day? Cronkite, right? Walter Cronkite, where he would grab the news and he'd be like, today in the news, there was a bank robbery. There were four men. They robbed a bank. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Now we know that four men robbed a bank. Great. Now we know what to look for. Not, well, it was four men. One was transgender. One was blah blah blah. Like, and fucking, you throw all the bullshit in there. All your opinion. In my opinion, these men should have been able to rob the bank because they were held back in life, guys. This bank robber here has dyslexia, so we need to, we need to support the bank robbers with dyslexia, guy. Fucking, we need to go back to square one, man, where they're just reading the fucking news and they're just telling you what happened instead of all their bullshit opinions. And on both sides, guys. So don't fucking be this ain't all on both sides, man. It's a sad day that when you want to get the news, you have to watch two different channels and then figure out what the truth is and merge them together. Opinion news sucks. Where can we just get real news without an opinion? I don't think it's happening. Oh boy, I made it in time for Wakey Bakey rant. First thing in this morning. How embarrassing. I need to change my shirt now. Oh, yeah, that's it's just, man. We were me and April were actually just talking about this, and I'm not like rah rah Trump. It's all about Trump, blah blah blah. But dude's president, two-time fucking president, got elected both fucking times. Whether you want to fucking debate it or not, whatever, that's a whole different thing. We were talking about when he came to Bullhead City, Arizona. I grew up here, man, my whole life. This city, and I'm using that word city very loosely here. This city, Bullhead City, the surrounding areas, had never, had a president come to the fucking area. Ever. Ever. President Trump rolls through. It's a rally, he's trying to drum up votes, whatever. But a president landed Air Force One in Bullhead City, Arizona's airport, gave a fucking speech, and that's a huge fucking deal, man. If this was the 80s, if this was the 90s, the whole town would have been like red, white, and blue. They would have put the fucking ribbons everywhere, or the little whatever those are called that the baseball during the playoffs. They hang on the thing. I don't know what they're called. But that's what I'm saying, man. But because it was Trump, it's a fucking whatever. No, it's a fucking president coming to Bullhead City, Arizona, man. We need and my fucking friend fucking blowing up. Yeah, what the fuck, man? All right, we get it. There was a fucking text message. Who gives a shit? It's not the end of the fucking world. The mission got done. Fucking, let's talk about all the other bullshit. Selective outrage, guys. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I woke up to this morning. And I'm just like, man, can we get back to square one where the news is just the fucking news? Like, tell me what happened. Let me make my decisions based on that. I don't need your opinion. I don't care. I don't know who the fuck you are, newsman. Like, why would I? Because you went to school for 2 years, I need to trust your fucking opinion? No, just tell me the news. Tell me the news. All right, guys, that was a rant this morning. Just selective outrage, man. We're all guilty of it. We're all guilty of it. You just need to fucking, man, shit's shit. News is news. Who gives a fuck if it's left, right, center? Man, we just need to fucking, just give me the news. I totally agree, Brian. So tired of opinion media. That's what, one thing too. And I hate that April in the house listening to me rant. I hate that it is it's like that, man. That like this, and that I guess that's what's making the money. People aren't tuning in just to get the news. You got a little opinion, and it is funny how no matter who's the president is, if it's a Democrat, your Fox News blows up, fucking the ratings through the roof because everyone wants to see the controversy. They want to see the shit talking, and then vice versa too. When a Republican becomes president, your CNN, your MSNBC, they blow up, and then they, you know what I mean. So it's crazy how it works. If I was a network, if I was a news network, a CEO of a news network, and we were, let's say, you know what, go crazy. I'm a Democrat, leftist, leaning fucking news media guy. That's what I am, guys, hypothetically. And all of a sudden, Trump wins. I'm actually happy. I'm like, dude, we're going to get some ratings now. We're going to be back when fucking Biden, no one gave a shit because we were just propping him up. Now the ratings are coming through and vice versa too. I would be, if I was a Republican guy, I'd be like, yeah, now we can get our fucking move. We can get some shit moving again, get the numbers up. And that's what it's about, man. And that's what we got to realize. I fucking been in the Hollywood fucking hustle and bustle. I went to film school. I fucking made movies. I've worked in the industry. Not as fluid as a lot of other people, but I've been there. And that's what it's about, man. It's about entertainment. It's about getting viewers. It's about getting advertisers. It's about making money. They don't give a shit about your fucking political beliefs. And you need to realize that ahead of time. Everyone who's all rah, MSNBC, rah, Fox News, they don't give a shit, man. They may act like they do. Bottom line is they give a shit about their money. They give a shit about their ratings, and that's it. So you know what, man? Let's just use our own. Brains, guys, and decipher through the garbage, man. There's a lot of garbage, a lot of hoopla out there. Just decipher it, man. The world's a great place, man. The world's a beautiful place. People are beautiful. The earth is beautiful. It's springtime, guys. Flowers are blooming. Baby bears are running around. Baby deers. It's fucking spring, man. and we're worried about some fucking horse shit if fucking Joe Blow, fucking White House executive, did a line of cocaine or something. I just made that up. That didn't really happen. But you know what I mean? Like, fucking, let's get out there, man. Let's live life. Let's enjoy life. Let's not stress ourselves out about some fucking third party dude who we have no control over. And fucking, it's going Mitch McConnell, fucking fish face, fuck face, out there taking stimulus packages away from people. We have no control over that. So let's go out. Let's live our life to the best of our ability, guys. Let's smoke a lot of weed. Let's absorb the goodness. Let's pay. You know what? I'm going to say it, guys. Let's give God the glory. Oh my God. As I blaspheme it. No, let's give God the glory, guys, no matter what you believe. No matter if you believe in Mother Earth, Jesus, whatever you believe in, guys, let's give all glory to that, man. Let's fuck these news outlets, fuck men. God knows where we're going. God has us in, He has the whole world in His hands. He has the whole wide world in His hands. That's right, guys. That's what we need to believe in. That's where it's going. Let's not put these fucking politicians and these news things on a pedestal. God knows where we're going. Let's put our trust in Him 100%. Whatever you believe in, Mother Earth, universe, the secret, Muslim, Jewish, Catholic, Hindu, Dankanism, whatever you're into. That's what we're doing, guys. That's what we're doing this morning. All right. That's my rant of the day. I didn't even plan it. Brian, you're the proof there can be a balance between being a hippie and a conservative. Tell my doctor to refill my cancer meds. That Dank Wad let me run out. Who's it, Dr. Locke? Oh. I'm not mad that Hunter Biden was doing lines on the back of a 17-year-old Taiwanese girl's back in the White House. Good for him. Then we always fall in this thing, too. I call it the little brother, little sister syndrome, where, like, if CNN blasts out a fucking news article about something, well, Biden was sniffing kids. We all have that, and the same vice versa. Well, Trump raped a person, allegedly. No, he didn't, but you know what I mean. That's the rumor out there. There's always that. Well, he did this. Well, he did that. Well, you know what? That's not the situation we're dealing with, man. People. My friend Wayne, I love him. Selective outrage, guys. All right, we're not even going to do the countdown. We're 13 minutes into this fucker. We don't even need. I'm not mad at all, man. I'm actually in a good mood today. Poor Rosie yesterday, guys. Poor Rosie. We're up in Golden Valley last night, and Rosie fucking having a dog is like having a toddler. Holy shit. Old Rosie, she right back here saying, "Hey, don't talk about me, Dad." We went outside and she was fucking snooping around, and she got into a cactus and got fucking cactus all in her paw. Right when we were leaving. I'm not talking like a couple barbs. Like, she had 6. We pulled out. Well, I didn't. I held her. It's gonna be like the big long ones that look like a star almost. They have like the body, and then they have the long barbs that come out of them. If you guys know what I'm talking about, that cactus. She had 6 of those in her one paw, plus like 4 of just the strands that, like, the barbs that had just. So I had to hold her, and April grabbed a pair of fucking pliers. Luckily, we had. And I had to hold her. And poor Rosie, she's never shown any aggression in her life, man. We're pulling these out, and she's like trying to bite. And it's hilarious because she doesn't have much teeth. So she did get me at one point, and she's just, it was painful. But she got me. And my finger went right in between her gums. So if she had teeth, It would have hurt like a motherfucker. But because she gummed me. Oh man. So she gummed me. But yeah, we like I liked when the lady said in an interview, I'd rather be grabbed by the pussy than Oh, but yeah, it was, man. Um Poor thing. We finally got him out. She slept like a baby last night. And then I wanted to make sure, like, you don't know what these fucking cactuses, what toxins they may have on them. So I did. I put the peroxide on her paw when I got home. Oh boy, she. But yeah, it's the first time I ever shown her. I've seen her shown a great. One time, I was putting her on the bed. She's a big girl. I gotta lift her up on the bed, and her back paws kind of fell off and she felt like she was gonna fall. I had her the whole time. But she did the like reaching back to like kind of like grab me, I guess she wouldn't fall. I'm not quite sure what she was doing. But then she got like super embarrassed afterwards. Oh, and then last night, boy, she was in some pain. And she does, I mean, man, this is the dog that had that wound. Remember from the neuter from getting her spayed or neutered. I forget which one's which for boys and girl dogs. But when we got her fixed, they left that fucking shit inside of her, a piece of gauze, some plastic, and then the wound never healed. That was like 6, 8 months, maybe a year. That before I was able to get that all figured out. She had to be in constant pain on that. Never once yelped. Never once, Um, yeah, she has a good pain tolerance, but for her to be, I mean, though, and they had the barbs in them, so when you try to pull it out, it looked like John Moxley's back. We were trying to. Oh man, Lonnie has spent plenty of time with my mama. He knows all about the gumming. Oh man, Larry, what's up? All right, let's get into this morning, guys. We got a bunch of stuff to get into this morning. Ben Affleck, Batman, gets visited by the FBI or pays a visit to the FBI, guys. And then I wonder if it's a little ditty about J Lo and Diddy. I wonder, we're gonna find out, guys. I know nothing about it. I just know the headline. And then what about this record-breaking watermelon crusher? This woman broke the world record for crushing watermelons with her thighs. That is right, guys. See, this is the news. This is how you do the news. There's no opinion. Ben Affleck went to the FBI. He's Batman. There you go. Could it have to do with Diddy? Maybe. I don't know. We're gonna find out. A woman crushes watermelons with her thighs and breaks a new record. Is this a left agenda? More after this. A leftist agenda. Woman breaks watermelons with her thighs. News at 11. Putin's secret plan. Oh man, that is Susan Summers Thigh Master. I bet you that. Yeah, I bet you, man. How do you like that new thumbnail that popped up for this one? I think they got an update on the AI that I use to do the thumbnails. I like it. It turned out great. Buns of steel, exactly. So we're gonna get into that, guys. We got 420 coming up. We're gonna do that. We got our Wakey Bakey robot man. What did we call him? I forget what he wanted us to call him. We'll give him a name today. We'll get into that, guys. We got a bunch to get into this morning. I don't even know what the flow of the show is now. I'm all crazy, guys. I'm all crazy. All right, let's get into let's see. I did my monologue. I'm getting blown up over here. Harbor Freight, 10 days of deal, final deal. $100 off on this Daytona. Turn that off there. Ugh. Hang on. So he puts all this stuff. So I'm outing my friend Wayne, and this is how the left works, guys. I love Wayne; he's a great guy, but I'm outing him. So he, they sent text messages to a reporter. Are you still pro Trump now? Who gives a fuck, dude? Like, he's sending motherfuckers home. He's fucking the best 90 days ever, man. Best 90 days ever. Oh man, he's a oh you're killing me, man. That's funny. I'm like, no, dude. If you can't see the difference, then you just got a blindfold on. That's all it is, man. That's all it, fucking immigration taken care of, fucking financial shit getting taken care of, man. Exposing all this fucking how the fuck are you fucking talking shit about any president? Today's the Wayne show, guys. Today's the Wayne show. How are you talking just anybody? How are you talking shit when they're exposing all this fraud? They're exposing all this corruption. They're fucking getting rapists and murderers, child molesters that don't belong here out of the country. How are you against that? I don't understand how anybody would just be against that, guys. I don't understand it. It's just blind. You're just blind to it. You're just so anti-establishment. Which, hey, man, I am anti-establishment. That you just are blind to the facts, and that's all it is, man. And that's all. You're just blind. $18 million a month to an empty facility. Yeah, that's what, and it's all CIA stuff, man. I'm hell like I'm deterred. Like I just know in my soul that it's all CIA stuff, man. Like where is this money going? The it's going to fund fronts, the fund CIA operations. Like that's exactly where it's going. We all know. Like just figure it out, man. All right, guys, let's get into this. Where are we at now? I guess we do some shout outs this morning. Some shout outs. I didn't even do the countdown or nothing. We're crazy. We're crazy this morning, guys. Let me see where the numbers are coming from. Still, man, we went from being big on X to like not being big on X, like overnight. I got to figure out, man, the SEO stuff, the titles, all that. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, guys, I am going to do roll call right now. You want to shout out, guys? Shout out your local businesses. Shout out your friends. Shout out Joe Biden. Whoever you want to shout out, guys. Who says we're all politic this morning? We don't talk politics on this show. That's all we did this morning. Let's get into it, guys. Here we go.
Rise and shine, it's the Wakey Bakey vibe. Dank Nation's here and we're going worldwide. The daily Dank.com is leading the way, shouting out the crew, starting the day. From Rosie the Bulldog to Supernova, my Mike. Dank Nation shining, the future's bright. And leaves his mark. Back to the retro review, bringing the Golani, the OG, smoking big, not scrawny. Aaron from Australia, bold and uncontrolled. Pam and Chris Zucchini, keeping it real. Charlie the fisherman's got that morning appeal. April so lovely, Russ and Jeremy too. Lonnie's blunt is lighting up the room. Roll call, Dank Nation. with the dailydank.com. We're keeping it inside. Oh yeah, guys. Oh yeah. Let's check out the Lady Frogs. Let's see. Shout out to TCU Lady Frogs. I did not lobby it more like you can get a car. You can get a car with extra insurance bills. Oh man, things are going fuck. Speaking of insurance, I gotta pay. Man, things are expensive right now, all across the board, man. Man, I paid my insurance. Thank you, Chantel, for reminding me. All right, big shout out, guys. Let's do this thing. Who do we got? Who do we got in the house today? Let me fix this up. All right, let's do this thing. Lonnie, it's Mo Dank time foe. Lonnie, how you doing this morning? The OG. We got Harvey Hooligans in the house. That's right. Bullhead RC guys. Whoop whoop whoop. That's right, man. Don't deal with drama. Head on down to Bullhead RC, guys. Man, it's a good way to relieve stress, fun way. I love their old school trail that they made with the sketchy bridge. Go check them out, guys. Good time. Lonnie, good morning. Tim W. How are you? Broken Brain of Eric, good morning. Rosie Key, good morning, good morning. Larry, that's right. Open carry Larry in the house. Who else we got? How embarrassing. I need to change my shirt. Oh, are we wearing the same shirt? Walter Cronkite, there you go. But it's okay because they were poor. So yeah, we did do a rant this morning. April, good morning, good morning. The love of my life. Who else we got in here this morning? Fight for Freedom, Chantel. Carolyn, how are you? All the way from Colorado. Who else we got? Who else we got in there? Larry, Rosie Key, whole bunch of people. Man, chat's blowing up this morning, guys. Chat is a blowing up this morning. All right. I still want to know what I'm smoking. Big Nam. I still want to know what I'm smoking. Big Nam Stony. Big Nam Stony? Oh, man. All right. Big shout out, guys. Everyone out there. Chris Zucchini. Aaron from Australia. Big shout out. Barney. We haven't seen Barney in a minute. I want to start pushing Australia, man. I think we could be big in Australia. The Keef soda was good, man. I definitely recommend it. Had me feeling good. It didn't get me totally wasted. Didn't get me too messed up. Oh, didn't get me too messed up, but got me pretty good, man. Got me pretty good. Had a good night, really mellow. Definitely recommend it, guys. The price is right. Head on down to 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California, and pick some up, guys. The Healing Center. They got the cola version too. We're gonna have to, you know what? Maybe on Friday we'll do a root beer float party where we make infused root beer and Coke floats. I'll go pick up a couple and we'll make them live on the air. Sounds like a fun deal. Sounds like a fun deal. Big shout out to everyone out there, guys. If I didn't mention you by name, Charlie the Fisherman. Hopefully you're in the song. That's why I made the song just in case I forget. Oh man. I smoked with every J flower with my uncle, and he felt it for in 2 hits. Oh yeah, man, every J flower is. I'm telling you, that's some good shit. All right, big shout out to everyone at Starbucks. Let's see what else. I was watching a reel this morning. Some fucking lady was like, "Okay, tip of the day: when you're going to school, make sure you poop first, so you don't have stinky farts in class." Sounds oddly specific. I'm gonna head west for Laughlin. Nice, Laughlin's the place. Well, it used to be. It's still a good place to visit now. Now I'm triggered because I can't get a Keef drink in Alabama. Alabama. Um, they were. Oh, is it legal in Alabama? Is it recreational or is it medical or is it anything in Alabama? I didn't even think about that. I'll meet you, Larry. If I start walking, I might make it in time. You know what I was thinking about the other day, Lonnie, is when you went over to that guy's house. I was thinking about that the other day. Oh man,
crazy, crazy times we've had here at the Dank Nation, guys. Oh man. Oh man. All right, let's get into the news, guys. Yep, Big Ron Stud. Oh, let's get into some wakey bakey news, guys.
Wake up, sleepyheads, turn on the tube. Wakey bakey morning got the latest scoop. Celeb news, gossip like a wild parade. Spill the beans while you sip that lemonade. Crazy news stories that'll blow your mind. Aliens on the loose, or did Bigfoot find? Grab a bowl and let's dive into the hype. Morning show groove with the stoner type. Wakey bakey, every morning it's a dare. Catch the crazy news just floating in the air. Celeb drama and the wild world blend. Morning laughs that never end.
Boop, 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 boop. That is right. All right, guys, a little Affleck action here. All right, the FBI. That's right, the Federal Bureau of Investigators, not the female body inspectors, showed up. Remember when that was a fucking oh my, that was the worst time of fucking the 80s, is when people wore stupid shit like FBI female body inspector. That was oh, what other shitty things that people wear at that time? Remember that? Oh my god, that was the worst. That was like the worst of humanity. Oh, it's just some big fat guy with a hat. Like it was a full length shirt, but it was kind of half shirt because his gut would be hanging out, and he would fucking he would have that fucking 80s curly. He probably wore a ball cap, and his hair like went around fucking around the thing. You know what I'm talking? Like a Gallagher type of situation, and some fucking yeah, FBI full blooded Italian. Oh, fuck that dirty biker. We should have jumped him at the studio. Oh man. Yeah, fucking that was like the worst time. Oh, so misogynist too, man. All the things that they fuck. Oh, the worst. Early 80s, mid 80s, man. All that stuff. All right, guys. So Affleck had FBI mysteriously show up at his door. Oh man, did it have to do with J Lo? So now my question is, if you're Affleck, if you're into that, hey, I had that shirt. if you had, if you were Affleck and you had his experiences, you know, you're married to J Lo, there may be some Diddy rumors floating around, and the FBI shows up at your door. What do you think? Do you think, oh shit, what did J Lo do now? Yeah, FBI full blooded Italians. Yep, and they little little Guido, was that his name? Little, you got beef with Italians? Forget about it. No, what was the guy's name? I'm not being racist. His wrestling name was Little Guido, I believe. I really, but yeah, yeah. So that's not just something I made up. The Big Johnson shirts. I do remember that. Oh, wrestling. Wrestling's the best. All right. So Affleck had FBI come to his door. They found J Lo snail trail and a firearm. Yeah, so that's what I would be thinking. I'd be like, oh shit, here we go. So apparently they had a break-in at their FBI office, and he lives nearby. So they came by to see if he had seen or heard anything. Nothing super, but man, could you imagine FBI shows up at your door? Oh shit. Oh shit. Especially with the J Lo stuff going on. You know, you're just like, oh man, what did this chick do now? You think that haunts him? You think that's over his shoulder, like he's checking that out? Um, like he's always, I don't know, man. I would imagine that always kind of kind of just like lingers. You're married to her, right? Twice, right? Or were they only married once? I'm not sure. But yeah, that's got to be crazy. Okay, what else we got, guys? Meghan Markle defended by. This fucking Meghan Markle stuff. So she has a show. Um, she has a show. Oh shit, Deal or No Deal finale recap. I can't watch that. Me and April have to watch it. I guess Meghan Markle, Prince Harry's wife or whatever, has a show on Netflix, and it's getting a lot of criticism that she's just not really based in reality. That she's kind of um, just kind of. Sorry, guy. I'm trying to read. Trying to find some good. Man, there's nothing good going on in the news that is worth talking about. Do we want to talk about Denise Richards' husband? Helps run OnlyFans. That's kind of odd. Yeah, they're let's see. Nah, nothing really. Nothing really happening. Would you pay 12,000 to be Gene Simmons' roadie for a day? No, but I would pay to be able to put hands on Gene Simmons for 12 grand. Fuck Gene Simmons, man. Gene Simmons is in my opinion, Gene Simmons is a piece of shit, man. Um, I cannot stand Gene Simmons. I think he's a fucking overrated fucking. So Kiss, here we go, guys. Here we go. Buckle in, guys, because here we go. Kiss is nothing more than a boy band with makeup on. Think about it. I want to rock and roll all night and party every day. That's a fucking boy band song. If fucking NSYNC could have sung that song. Gene Simmons is not a hardcore icon. He's a fucking guy from Brooklyn that put on makeup. He was in a boy band that discovered if they put on makeup, they could be something and put on a great stage show. He's not talented. He fucking barely can play his fucking instrument. The only thing he has is a stupid tongue. Like, no one gives a shit about Gene Simmons at all. No one fucking cares about Gene Simmons. He's a terrible human being. I remember he was on Opie and Anthony, this radio show that I like to watch. And fucking his whole appearance there bugged the shit out of me. So first, he did this morning show before he went on to Opie and Anthony. Anthony was dating a girl, Jill Nicolini, at the time. I was invested in this Opie and Anthony show. Gene Simmons went over. Jill Nicolini was the weather girl on some New York station, and Anthony was dating her. It was all, they talked about it on the radio. It was the thing. So Gene Simmons goes over there first, no idea about nothing, and he kind of comes on the Jill Nicolini. She doesn't have nothing to do with it. She's a girl in her mid-20s. This dude's 89,000 years old, all crinkly, wearing a fucking burlap, fucking what is it? A burlap? What do you scrub? Fucking a burlap or fucking whatever those fucking scrubbers are, and wearing a sponge on his fucking head for a wig. Fucking no one believes you have hair, dude. We all know it's the fucking shittiest wig ever. You went bald many years ago because you're just a man. You're nothing. So he goes on Opie and Anthony, and he fucking says something about Jill Nicolini. And Anthony's like, yeah, that's my girlfriend. So the whole interview, he's fucking with Anthony about how he's going to sleep with Jill Nicolini. And this is legit. This isn't like fucking a bit. And then he does this thing, and it just shows you what an asshole Gene Simmons is in real life. These are like little things that when people do, they expose exactly what kind of dickhead they are. No matter what kind of front they put up, there's little nuances that people do that you're like, oh yeah, that guy's an asshole. So they're doing the interview, and an intern was tapping a pencil like this. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it like that. And fucking Gene Simmons grabs the guy's fucking hand, puts his hand flat on the table. Don't tap. Don't do it. And then goes back to the fucking interview. And you're like, that's what kind of asshole Gene Simmons is. 100% what kind of dickhead he is. First of all, your music's overrated. Second of all, you don't belong in the Hall of Fame, maybe the boy band Hall of Fame. Your music sucked. You fucking were a gimmick. Without the gimmick, you didn't do shit. Remember when Kiss took off the makeup and no one bought their shitty album? Point proven. Remember that in the fucking 90s when they were like, we're real artists, man. We're going to take the makeup off. And no one cared. No one gave a shit because they were a boy band. That's it. A boy band with a gimmick. So would I pay $12,000 to be Gene Simmons' roadie? No. No, I would not. Long answer. No, I would not. Being a roadie usually means you get paid, but of course, Gene Simmons wants you to pay to be the roadie. Fucking bastard. When I was a kid, I went to see shows. I was curious what it was like when they're in the hotel. So this is on Tuesday. He's defending the idea. It would be a great experience for fans to pay me to do the job. And then what? So you can yell at them when they don't do it right? Yeah, look at Gene. He's the worst one, man. He's the worst fucking one. He's out of shape. He fucking he has no talent, dude. No talent. He got lucky. He got lucky. Fuck Gene Simmons. All right, next up, Snoop Dogg to speak at USC Marshall's 2025 commencement for graduation. Snoop Dogg will take the stage at LA Coliseum, not for a concert, but to address the graduating class of the USC Marshall School of Business. That is awesome, man. You know what's cool? I'm assuming Snoop didn't go to college. I'm just assuming that. But that's cool when you can come back around and be like, you know what? I made it. I want to encourage these kids. That's pretty cool. That is actually a pretty cool deal on that. Good for Snoop. Good for Snoop. Let's get into this watermelon record, guys. Crushing record. All right. Let's see here. Turkish woman. Yep, this is the one. Turkish woman establishes world record for watermelon crush with thighs. Let's check this out.
Go.
Right? Like you have to wipe yourself down so you can get grip. Because I would, This isn't what I thought it would be. I don't know what I thought it would be.
30 seconds.
30 secondi.
What is the record? I guess we're going to find out. That's the record? What is to do? Like 7 of them?
Congratulations, you are officially amazing.
Most watermelon crushed with the thighs in 1 minute 5. Huh. I'm not really impressed. I'm going to be honest. I'm not really impressed with it. There's got to be a better way to do it, I would imagine. Is there a record for smashing watermelons with your head? Apparently there is. Yeah, I'm going to share this real quick. Because I might be like, let's see what the record is for breaking watermelons with your head. Maybe that's what I do on 420, guys. Break some watermelons with my head. Oh, shit. Most watermelons crushed with the head in 30 seconds. This is in Germany.
Mein Name ist Amidst und ich werde versuchen, heute einen neuen Rekord zu brechen, und zwar Minimum
25
25
watermelons
Stück
in 30
Wassermelone
seconds.
mit dem Kopf.
See, now this is
in
what I'm
30
all
Sekunden.
about here. Larry.
Ich habe so seit 15 Jahren so angefangen.
I started
Erst habe ich
15
damit,
years ago. First, I
versucht,
tried
mit,
crushing a few
weniger
concrete
Gasbetonsteine
blocks.
und versucht das auch mit dem Kopf. Und es hat geklappt bei 3-4 Stück, und dann bin ich immer hoch ab.
Damn.
Für meinen eigenen Rekord die Vorbereitung 3 bis 4 Monate trainiert, spezielle Training, natürlich im Fitnesscenter, so was mit
I focused on my training,
Rücken-
my
und
back and neck
Nackentraining.
muscle.
Dann habe ich
Oh, she looks all
Meditation. Es
official.
gibt im Moment in 1 Minute keine Schmerzen. Die Familie sind immer dagegen. Natürlich meine Tochter und mein Sohn und meine Frau, die sind immer dagegen.
Look, that guy's giving it a test run. You're like, nope. Ooh, oh, he's going for it. So he's probably got it like 1.1 seconds
For the
on each
record.
one. All right, here we
3,
go. Let's see
2,
him.
1, go.
Oh! Is he even crushing him? There you go. That's what I would expect. So now he figured it out about halfway through. With those first couple. Oh, he ain't gonna break it. Nope.
Vorher war richtig so skeptisch, Angst und
Valiant attempt, and we encourage you to attempt again.
Thank you. Es hat nicht geklappt.
Do you think it's awkward for the lady? Like she has to put on her fancy jacket, drive somewhere for the world record, inspect stuff, and we encourage you to try it again. Oh man, I don't know. That would be an awkward when people don't get it. Let's see. You know what? Let me look something up here real quick, guys. Easy world records to beat. Guinness Book of World Records. Start your own Guinness Book of World Record title designed specifically for kids. Oh, we're not kids. We can't do that. What are you doing there, Rosie? What are you doing? 15 simple and easy Guinness World Records anyone can attempt. All right, first one. I want to try to on 420. I wanted to try to attempt to do a world record, guys. We're gonna have the whole crowd out there at the Healing Center. We should do some kind of fucking world record. You know what? Most CDs balanced on one finger. 50 is the record. That might be a fun game to have the crowd do. Most t-shirts put on in 1 minute. The current record is putting on 31 t-shirts in 1 minute. You can use any size, short or long sleeve. You may enlist a friend to help you pull them down, though they must put on one at a time. The most Jell-O eaten with chopsticks in 1 minute. Most sticky notes on the face in 1 minute is 58 sticky notes on the face in 1 minute. Sticky notes must measure a minimum of 7.3 on each side, must be placed there by the individual themselves, and must remain attached for a minimum of 10 seconds after the minute is over. That might be, you know what? Let's think. 10 world records we could break. I got some ideas here. Most t-shirts folded in 1 minute. 23. That might be a fun game to play. Fastest time to type the alphabet blindfolded, 4.13 seconds. Wow, that's good. Fastest time to put on a duvet cover. Duvet cover. 39 seconds. Most sticky notes stuck on the face, 38. That might be one to break. Tallest zigzag structure built with Lego bricks, 30 seconds with one hand. Fastest time to throw soft toys into a target. To throw 10 soft toys into a target. 11 seconds. Fastest time to build a 3-level house of cards. 6 seconds, almost 7 seconds. Fastest time to eat a chocolate orange. 57 seconds. Really? Most socks put on in 1 minute. 52. Wow, that's a lot of socks. Tallest toilet paper tower in 30 seconds. 28 rolls. I think we could try to break a few of these. You know what? That might be the 420 gimmick, guys. That might be the 420 gimmick. If we do that, maybe try to break some world records and give away bongs. That's what we do. That's what we do, guys. All right, what else we got, guys? What else we got? Oh man, today's just one. Today in history. That's right. Today in history, guys. We can't forget today in history. Brought to you by the Healing Center. Most gravity bong hits in 1 minute. Fastest joy. You know what? Those are all cool things, but you can't. If we're doing it at 420, you can't use because of the law. So I mean, I would have done the world's biggest blinker challenge and get a sponsor involved. And you guys that know the line that the Healing Center give everyone a blinker in line, and then you do the world's largest blinker challenge. That's what I would have done. But you know, laws. Ha! All right, guys. If we don't know the past, we're doomed to repeat it. It is time for Today in History.
In history, a journey through time where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history.
All right, guys. Today in History brought to you by Britannica. Remember the Encyclopedia Britannica? That's where we get it, guys. Also by the Healing Center. The road to 420 starts now, guys. That's right. Get on down there. That's right. The road to 420. Do you have what it takes to make it down the road to 420, guys? What will your epic story be on the road to 420, guys? Only you write your story. That's right, guys. Bongs, weed, good times, world records, maybe. The road to 420, burps. Road to 420 starts now. Where will you be on 420, guys? I'm working this out. This is how marketing works right here, guys. I'm working it out. Well, where will your road take you? No, well, where will the road to 420 take you? There you go. We're gonna do a big drama. It'd be like wrestling. We'll do a big promo. The road to 420. That's right. All right, guys. Let's get into this. We got birthdays today in history, guys. 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California, #1 cannabis superstore, guys. Get on down there. It is Wax Wednesday. You're gonna save some money, guys. Eighth Brothers Wax. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Good price. Great wax. Go check it out, guys. You're looking to save some bucks. All right. Tell him Brian from the Daily Dank sent you in for free, for a free high five. Yes. All right, guys. Larry Page, American computer scientist and entrepreneur, was born today. Richard Dawkins, British biologist and writer, was born. Spock, old Leonard Nimoy, was born today. You know what? I love me some Spock, man. I love me some Leonard Nimoy. What threw me off, man, and it does for everybody, especially actors. Danny Glover, same thing. When he got dentures, all of a sudden, like, Jim, I will and always will be your friend. Right? You know, you got that line. Then all of a sudden it goes to, Jim, I am your friend and I will always be. Because he got the big dentures in his mouth now. Sounds different. Same with what's his name? Danny Glover. Once he got the dentures in, you're like, what the fuck? I'm too old for this shit. I'm too old for this shit. Yeah, you are. You are too old for it. Big shout out to Leonard Nimoy. Who remembers that show? He hosted a show. Was it From Beyond? It was a monster show, like a conspiracy show about like cryptids. What In Search Of? Was that what it was called? In Search Of. Yeah, In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy. That's right. American television series. I love this show, man. I got way into this show as a kid. I thought it was great, man. They would show you things that you wouldn't learn about, like in school, like Bigfoot and all that. Man, I love that show. I thought it was great. Big shout out Leonard Nimoy. Happy birthday. Pierre Bolzy, French composer and conductor, was born in 1925. 1904, Joseph Campbell, American author, was born, guys. And the bitch of all ding dong, the bitch is dead. Not yet, not yet. Nancy Pelosi is about 13 years past due. Fuck. Nancy Pelosi turns 85. Let's get her the fuck out of Congress. You know what? I'm gonna actually. I'm messaging my friend. Okay, if nothing else, can we agree that Nancy Pelosi? This is why me and Wayne's friendship is so good. We could do this and nothing happens. Like no one gets their feelings hurt. Nothing happened. 85 today. All right. So I wrote him back. He gave me a big thing about whatever my views suck. And I just put, okay, if nothing else, can we agree that Nancy Pelosi turns 85 today? And that's 15 years too long to be in Congress. Actually, it's like 20 years too fucking long, man. Yeah. So it's 65, 75. Yeah, she should have been done at 70 at the latest, man. Out of there. Get her out of there, man. All right. 1979, guys. Signing of Israel-Egypt peace treaty. The historic peace treaty between Israel and Egypt agreed by Meckham Begin and Anwar Sadat, and based on the Camp David Accords, mediation by Jimmy Carter, was signed in this day in 1979. 2011, American Democrat politician Geraldine Fiaro, who was the first woman to be nominated in 1984 for vice president by a major political party in United States, died at age 75. That was in 2011. Yeah, I remember when she ran. It was Walter Mondale, right? Walter Mondale and Geraldine Fiaro. Talk about being ahead of their time, man. That was in 84. That's crazy. I had a car named Mondale. I named after Walter Mondale. And then later it turned into Montel after Montel Williams. But yeah, it was a big Chrysler Cordoba that I called Mondale. It was my driver, Mondale. All right, 2005, 16 years after being canceled, the BBC sci-fi series Doctor Who returned to television with a new episode with Christopher Eccleston appearing in the title role. Now, I don't know if there's any Doctor Who fans out there. I'm not really a Doctor Who fan, but one of my best memories in life, guys, and I'm actually going to clip this out and send it to him. My main man, Patrick Olson, guys. Hopefully he doesn't get mad that I just blasted his name out on the internet. Patrick Olson, man, we grew up together. His dad, Bob Olson, great fucking guy. I've told Bob Olson stories on the show before, but Bob Olson, man, he was an older guy. Of course, he was like dad's age. He owned G&S Hobbies. This was a RC back in the day. RV Hooligan might actually remember this. G&S. It was over across where Dandy Donuts is, in that little strip mall off of Hancock or 95. Not Bob Olson. Oh yeah, Bob Olson. So he owned G&S Hobbies. That's where we got into racing cars, and that's where I met Patrick, his son. And me and Patrick bonded. We became best friends. River trips, we floated down the river every other day together in the summer. It was, we're best friends, man. Ride bikes, we did all the things. And what was my point there? Oh, Doctor Who. So I'm staying the night at Patrick's house, and his dad is watching PBS. He's cleaning the house. His mom was gone or something, I forget, on a trip. And Bob's cleaning the house, and he's blasting Doctor Who all over the place, man. And he introduces me to Doctor Who. Bob Olson really, like, not even intentionally, man. He really introduced me to like a different world of stuff. Doctor Who, that's something my parents didn't even know about. I would have never known anything about Doctor Who. Bob Olson took me and Patrick to Rocky Horror Picture Show. I was probably in about 7th grade. I would say Patrick was like in 6th grade. He was like a year behind me, I think. And we were just a little too young, for Rocky Horror. But man, what a freaking experience. We went to the midnight screening. We're kids, staying up till midnight to go to a movie. Oh my God. And then we saw Rocky Horror. And they did the whole thing. They had the newspaper and the lighters and the spray guns and the water guns. It was the whole experience, man. And for a kid who's 12, 13 years old, that was a big deal, man. I mean, I'm still talking about it. I still remember it. That's when you like experience a different view of the world that you never really knew. So he introduced us to Doctor Who that day. It was the old PBS ones, which I was like, what the hell is this? But then also, because he was watching Doctor Who, he started listening to the Who. And same day. And Tommy, he was playing Tommy. And I remember me and Patrick, it was like one of those moments where like you're like, this is old music, but maybe there's something to this. And I remember Patrick, his line was like, I don't know what they just said, something about that deaf, dumb, and blind kid. And maybe that is a line from the song. But yeah, man, Bob Olson, man, he introduced me to a whole world of culture that I just was unaware of at the time. Bullhead City boy. What the fuck do I know about culture? But Bob Olson, man, great guy. Patrick too. Their whole family, man. That basically was my second family growing up, and hopefully Patrick feels the same. Patrick was actually there when my grandfather died at our house. My grandpa was like 90 something years old. He was an invalid. It was coming. Everyone knew it. Patrick spent the night, and my grandpa died. I remember. I remember. So my grandpa loved baked potatoes. That's all he would fucking eat. Baked potatoes every fucking night. And my mom would try to give him something else, and he just wouldn't go for it. He was like a kid, man. He was an invalid. He was like a big kid. And I remember he'd get pissed off. Edgar was his name. And he would get pissed off about My mom would give him a small fork. He would throw the fucking fork. It's a kid's fork, but he would say he was an invalid, so his voice wasn't. He couldn't get words out. Like, kid fork, damn it! And he would throw it. And then, so when he died, Patrick says, I told you shouldn't have been feeding them all those potatoes. It actually broke, my dad's dad, man. It was a, pretty serious thing, like, but it broke the tension, and I always remember that, man. So Patrick Olson, Bob Olson, um, man, love those guys. Love those guys. I need to talk to them more than I do. But yeah, big influence on my life, guys. The Doctor Who. And now, man, it's a big series. When I went to film school, the cinematography teacher actually was the cinematographer on Doctor Who. And he would send us shots from the set every day, the lighting setups and everything. That was a cool class, man. That was a fun one. All right, in 2000, Russian intelligence officer and politician Vladimir Putin was elected president of Russia in 2020. What is it, 2026? I think he left for a little bit though, didn't he? But I don't think that's allowed. But still, police in 1997, police discovered the bodies of 39 members of Heaven's Gate, an American religious group that believed in unidentified flying objects. They had committed suicide in the belief that a spaceship was arriving to take them to a better place. Oh man. Yeah, I remember that Heaven's Gate. That was in 97. That's crazy. 1992, heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson was sentenced to 6 years in prison following a conviction of rape in Indianapolis, Indiana. 71, members of the Awami League set up a government in exile in Calcutta and declared Bangladesh an independent state. 1944, American pop singer and actress Diana Ross, who achieved international stardom, first as the lead vocal group in the Supremes and later as a solo artist, was born. Happy birthday, Diana Ross. 1941, American revolutionary biologist Richard Dawkins, who maintained genes are the driving force of evolution and advocated atheism, was born in Kenya. 1930, Sandra D. O'Connor, the first woman to become the U.S. Supreme Court Justice, was born in El Paso, Texas. The Mille Milga, the framed automobile race across Italy, was inaugurated. Oh, the mile. No, the Mille Milga. 1911, American dramatist Tennessee Williams, whose plays reveal a world of human frustration in which sex and violence underline an atmosphere of romantic genuality, was born in Columbus, Mississippi. 1885, the first clash of the Real Rebellion in Canada took place in Duck Lake, Saskatchewan. 1874, American poet Robert Frost, much admired for his depictions of rural New England life and his realistic verse portraying ordinary people, was born in San Francisco. German composer Ludwig van Beethoven died of cirrhosis of the liver at age 56. And then 1812, the opposition to the redrawing of districts in favor incumbents of upcoming elections. The Boston Gazette published a satiric cartoon that geographically transformed the districts into a fabulous animal, the gerrymander. The term gerrymander thus entered the American lexicon. Yeah, I don't know about that one, guys. Cleopatra will be reinstated as Queen of Egypt. That's a big one. All right, guys, and there was your Today in History. Bum, bum, bum. Did they drink the Kool-Aid? How did they? My mom loved Rocky Horror Picture Show. She used to go to the live shows in New York. It traumatized me. Yeah, you know what, man? I wouldn't. New York would be crazy. New York would be the crazy one. I wouldn't say it traumatized me so much, but I had a lot of questions. I had a lot of questions afterwards. A lot of questions. Heaven's Gate. What did Heaven like? How did they do it? Let's check out Heaven's Gate here. Heaven's Gate refers to Heaven's Gate cult. Got to be specific. Oh, it was founded in '74, so it had been around for a while. So here's their the founders is Marshall Applewhite, known as Doe, and Bonnie Nettles, known as T.I. or Ty. The group believed in higher evolutionary level beyond humanity, achievable through a spaceship ride to another planet, and that the human body was a hindrance to this evolution. The group began in the 1970s and initially focused on a concept of next level existence and later evolved into more of a structured religious movement. Castrations. Applewhite and several members underwent surgical castrations, believing it would help them ascend their earthly bodies. Suppression of sexuality. The group emphasized suppression of sexual desires, viewing it as a barrier to spiritual advancement. Uniformity. Members were required to adopt similar clothing and hairstyles, further reinforcing the idea of non sexual family. The Earthship. They built a compound they referred to as the Earthship, using tires, lumber, and hoping to establish a monastery. Mass suicide. In 1997, 39 members of Heaven Gates community committed suicide by ingesting phenobarbital, believing they were embarking on a journey to a spaceship piloted by a comet. A lot to dig into on that. a lot to unpack. You know, did Cleopatra get back pay? Did they? Is it wrong that a religion? Is it wrong that a religion is anti-sex? I think sex, man. I mean, I know it's natural, but I mean, lust, all that stuff. It really interferes with people's lives, people's mental stability. So, by eliminating that, would that put you more in tune with your spiritual self? I'm not saying get castrated. I'm just saying, like, monks take a vow of celibacy. Priests are supposed to. Fuck. And why is it priests go after little boys? Like, why is that the desire of priests? Like, wouldn't I mean, your man still like, whoa. I mean, we haven't even touched on priests raping nuns. Oh my God, Brian's controversial. If a priest is diddling a little boy in the butt, chances are one is raping a nun. Come on, let's be honest, man. Like, I don't think I'm out of left field on this. Maybe that's something that they just haven't. Is that a problem? I would imagine, like, the kid thing you can't get away from because there's lawsuits and all that. But like a nun, does a nun just like not report it? I mean, that might be like an in-depth thing to look into. I don't know if I want to get that investigational journalism going, but I would imagine that would be just as bad, if not worse, than the boy diddlers for priests. And look how bad that got. Look how bad that got. Now this is something internal that they can compress the Catholic Church. And let's not sit here and preach that the Catholic Church would never hide truths. They would never break the commandments of God. They have. They do. We got millions of proof that they do that. So I don't know, man. That'd be an interesting stat to figure out. I don't think you could figure that one out. That's crazy. All right, guys, I am going to get on out of here. We are dropping the Weed Wisdom podcast today with Daisy Dabs, guys. Going to be talking about some spring That was last week. I don't know what she's talking about this week. She's talking about some good weed habits to get into. Very educational, very fun, guys. You don't have to listen to my stupid voice 24/7. Something different to get into. All right, guys, I appreciate you. We also got the 420 show. We got a bunch of stuff to get into, guys. Appreciate you all. You are loved. You are appreciated, guys. Hopefully no one's mad at me for my rant this morning. All right, guys. You are loved. You are appreciated. Have the great rest of your day, guys. We will see you on the flip side.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
We'll see you guys. Have a good one.